For the prophets to destroy the promised land or destroy the place that God chose was equivalent to destroying the universe. Because without the city of God, we all on a path inevitably back to the earth in a pre-creation state. Pre-creation being Genesis 1 verse 2. Hey, shalom, shalom. I am Brother Nicodemus O. Smith. Welcome back to the Slow Genesis Walkthrough. This is the Mihalach, the Walkabout series of Genesis chapter 1, only on Study the Bible, not the Sermon. Yeah, we've been talking about Genesis 1. This is Genesis 1, verse 2, part 2 of 3. And today I want to slow it down, show how the prophets memorized Genesis chapter 1 and use the language of nothingness or of uncreation or decreation as a way to describe destruction. For the prophets to destroy the promised land or destroy the place that God chose was equivalent to destroying the universe. Because without the city of God, we all on a path back to the earth in a pre-creation state. Pre-creation being Genesis 1 verse 2. Or what we as Americans would call nothingness. Right? You want to read the entire chapter of Jeremiah 4? I'm going to read just enough to make my point that if Jerusalem dies, that's a destruction of the universe. Not mathematically or scientifically, just literarily. Right? So I'm going to jump around a bit. Jeremiah 4 verse 7. The lion has come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way to make thy land desolate and thy cities be laid waste without inhabitant. For this gird you with sackcloth, lament and howl, for the fierce anger of the Lord is not turned back from us. Verse 16. Make mention to the nations, behold, publish against Jerusalem, that watchers come from a far country and give out their voice against the cities of Jerusalem. 19. I am pained at my heart make a noise in me. I can't hold my peace because thou hast heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war. 23, I beheld the earth, and lo, it was without form and void, and the heavens had no light. Understand that because this is literature, Jeremiah could have wrote this whole chapter while it was a bright and sunny day. Because words aren't about physics of the day, it's about the gravity of the day. This isn't a cosmic disintegration. Obviously, the earth is still here, but it is in there the destruction of their cosmic situation. By using Genesis 1 language, he is heightening our understanding of the meaning of the disaster. Right? Let's keep going to verse 24 through 26. Check it. I beheld the mountains, and lo, they trembled, and the hills moved lightly. I beheld, and lo, there was no man, and all the birds of the heavens were fled. I beheld, and lo, the fruitful place was a wilderness, and all the cities thereof were broken down at the presence of the Lord, and by his fierce anger. For Jerusalem to be broken down in disorder and in chaos, that's the equivalent of not existing. The fruitful place becoming like a wilderness is like him saying they shot a missile and blew us off the map. Because it's the same thing. A desolate city to us is a ghost town. A desolate city here is as if it was erased off the map. Like it's nothing. Or at least what we would call in the 21st century, nothing. Right? Make sure y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how you feeling about that. How you feel about the prophet Jeremiah. And, can you see how he memorized the first several chapters of Genesis? Right? Until next week, we're going to kick it off part 3. We up.